The biggest obstacle we face in life is usually our own fear. Some fears are real, others imagined. We have to face our fears to know which they are, then move through them to discover what possibilities lie beyond. Breathing underwater is an unnatural act for humans, and a little scary the first time. A marvelous undersea world lies beneath the surface of the ocean, and fear can be the real barrier that prevents us from experiencing it. I had to overcome fear to become a diver. Fear is a natural emotion and sometimes helpful. Our ancient ancestors learned to fear lions, crocodiles, and poisonous snakes. The genetic lines of those who did not died out in Africa tens of thousands of years ago. Fear can be an acronym for forget everything and run, and that instinct can save our lives. Fear can also be an acronym for false evidence appearing real. Our brains automatically react to perceived threats, triggering a fight or flight response. But sometimes we see threats where none exist, and our feeling of fear is actually a false alarm. How do we know which fears are justified and appropriate, and which fears are not? It's important to distinguish between fear and anxiety. Theologian Paul Tillich observed that anxiety and fear are not the same. Fear has a definite object, which can be faced, analyzed, attacked, endured. But this is not so with anxiety, because anxiety has no object. When we identify specific fears, we can confront them with courage, reason, and support. General anxiety can overwhelm us. Faceless threats of global climate change, global pandemics, terrorism, and social upheaval can cause free-floating anxiety that is hard to manage, much less overcome. These translate into feelings of vulnerability and powerlessness. When I turn my general anxiety into named fears, I confront each one by asking, is this fear reasonable? Is what I fear likely to happen? Can I prevent it? Accepting my own powerlessness, I ask, if my worst fears come to pass, then can I withstand the consequences? When we face the object of our fear, we can examine the perceived threat and determine whether to flee, fight, or dismiss it as not real. I've encountered some genuinely dangerous situations and scary creatures underwater. Diving in the open ocean with no land in sight, descending to depths of 100 feet and more, diving with dangerous sharks, penetrating deep into the wrecked hulls of sunken warships, and diving alone can all be a little scary the first time, but I've done all of them with relative ease. My deeper fears of judgment, failure, and rejection have been much more difficult to face and overcome. Their power over me has been much more problematic and life-limiting than anything in the natural world. We will always experience fear in life. That's part of being human. But we don't need to surrender to it. When we summon the courage to name and face our fears, some will vanish and others can be confronted and overcome. We are all, always stronger than we know, braver than we believe, and more capable than we imagine. I learned this by breaking the surface of both the ocean and my own life and diving down to discover what was hidden below. Thanks for watching. Click like, share this with a friend, and visit our website at breakingthesurface.com. Next time, We'll discuss the importance of learning how to breathe as a diver and why that relates directly to living a happier life. I'll hope to see you then.